I'm thinking about it.
So, guys, when I said those magic words and the light went green, what did you think?
OK. I mean, it's got a drum like a cement mixer, so that's a good start. And we've got an engine on the lawnmower, so I think the petrol engine's the way to go. I mean, we could just plug it in and mix cement in the tumble dryer. I don't think that's probably the best way. So, yeah. So we're just going to. John's just ruining this, but take the back off it and see what the drives are like.
Now, we're going to be looking for good quality cement here.
Yes.
You are aware of that?
Yeah, no, it'll be perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Do we have a recipe for cement?
You should have. You should be conjuring one up right now.
3 of sand and 1 of cement, I reckon. Yeah, that's the best mix.
3 of sand, 1 of cement. Reds know nothing about the nuts and bolts of concrete. Without gravel, they'll end up with mortar instead. So let's hope the Blues aren't as clueless.
What's graduated the drum?
Hi, I'm Simon Norton. I'm in my first year of a PhD after doing a 3-year automotive engineering degree.
Hi, I'm Gabor. I'm 26 years old and I'm from Hungary, and I graduated this year from the University of Wolverhampton. I was doing automotive systems engineering.
Hi, my name's Chris. I'm in my final year now of a mechanical engineering degree at the University of Wolverhampton on the Telford campus.
Hello, I'm Lam. I'm 27. I'm studying mechatronics at Wolverhampton University. I should graduate in February, and hopefully I should be teaching in September, fingers crossed.
Now then, Uni of Wolves, who's team leader? Hands up, hands up. Where is he? So, the one that's drawing. Simon, what are your plans? Tell us your secret.
Well, cement mix, we're going to need a drum.
Yeah.
So, obviously we're going to use a tumble dryer, which we've got, instead of making one, because we've got the ready-made drum there.
Yeah.
We've got a lawnmower engine, which quite conveniently has got 2 drive outputs. So that makes life a bit easier because we've only got to come out the side into the back. So basically it's going to look at making a frame. It's making a very simple construction with the tumble dryer drum, lawnmower engine on the back. We're going to look at the quantity of the cement mix we have to make, the quality, because speed is quite important. If the drum moves, if the drum spins too quick, we're thinking that cement is just going to stick to the outside of the drum with the centrifugal force, so we're going to have to look at speed and the quickness. We can mix it, of course, really.
No such niceties as blueprints over on the red side of the workshop. The student dregs have already ripped the insides out of their washer dryer and are now turning their attention to the lawnmower. But our resident expert, Professor Martin Smith of the Innovation and Technology Centre at Millennium Point in Birmingham, is worried by their lack of planning.
It's a bit risky doing that. You really want to make all your mistakes on paper first, and then, when you're sure you've got the right design, then start cutting metal and making changes and taking things to bits. The difficulty is going to be, I think, getting the drive from the petrol engine and extending the axle of the petrol engine and connecting that into the tumbler dryer without actually weakening everything and running it too fast or running it too slowly. That'll be the tricky bit, I think.
Oh, look at that shaft. Perfect.
Now, the mowers have 2 speeds. A slow speed on the wheels, so that the mower goes along the grass quite slowly, and a very fast speed for the cutting disc, which is actually cutting the grass. So they have a choice of running the drum very, very fast, like the cutter, or very, very slow like the wheels. And both teams have gone for running the drum slowly, which is just right.
Right, like any ready-made cement mixer would be.
They go quite slowly, yes, because they're just moving the cement up to the top, letting it drop, moving the cement up to the top, letting it drop. That sort of speed.
OK. Who would you put your money on?
It looks like that the red team is slightly ahead at the moment.
But that's all about to change. The Blues, sensibly, have decided to tinker with their lawnmower engine and make sure it's running properly before getting too far ahead with their plans. It might not be the smoothest tick-over, but at least it is working, which is more than can be said for the opposition's engine. Is there any fuel in it, guys? You have checked that, obviously.
Yeah. Just
checking.
put fuel in.
Oh dear.
It's going to slow us down a bit.
Now, should you have checked this before you did anything else?
Well,
In hindsight.
So it wouldn't have hurt. We've only got one.
Yeah.
So we've got to get this one going, whatever happens. So we just.
Was it sparking? Sorry.
We couldn't see. We couldn't see. So we'll delve into it a bit deeper. Probably take the spark plug out and see if that's going. Yeah. But
Do you have a lawnmower expert on the team?
no. Tinkered with engines a bit, so we'll get it going. We'll get it going.
Confident man. All right, get your spanners out then.
I think it's sparking.
While the Reds unbolt their engine from the mower body to have a proper look at it on the workbench, the Blues are now ready to start putting their Mutant machine together from the component parts they've salvaged from the lawnmower and the tumble dryer.
I need to drill it first. So I needed 2 inches to make it sturdy.
They've discarded the original rubber belt used to drive the dryer in its previous life in the laundry, and instead are going to mount the motor on a frame made from tubular steel and drive the drum via a chain and sprocket mechanism. But the prof's not convinced.
I think it might have been easier to get the belt working rather than do something radical and completely change the bearings. And in the chassis of the tumbler dryer, all the metalwork around, that would have held it all steady. So it would hold the back bearing in place, hold the front bearing in place, it holds the motor in the right position for the belt drive, for the drum and so forth. So I'd have been inclined to keep everything as unmodifiable as they could and just plonk the whole machine, the whole tumbler dryer on top of the mower, rather than just take bits out of each and dismantle each. That's a bit risky.
Simon did look like he was having second thoughts after you said that.
Oh dear.
Yeah. And also, how is a chain going to really attach itself really well to a plastic drum?
I think far less well than the original belt.
Yeah.
I think they would have been better off connecting the shaft coming out of the lawnmower onto the shaft of the motor, and keeping the belt driving the drum as standard.
Yes.
That would have been my choice.
But we're not all the same, are we, Professor?
No. I might be completely wrong.
You have been before, Prof. And if the Reds can't get their infernal combustion engine running, the Blues will walk it chain drive or no chain drive. So how are the student Dregs doing the other side of the Great Divide? It's time to find out.
Oh, not very good, is it? Because the belt come off or something. I can't remember it was a belt.
It's got a...
So was it attached before?
When you push it to start, it pushes down that clutch.
Not very well seems to be the answer. The culprit, a dirty spark plug and contaminated fuel. It's been a while since the mower cut the lawn, but the student Dregs aren't going to give up without a fight.
That thing should drain it. It's possible that we're not getting anything through at all. Oh no, there's something there. It smells fresh. Hallelujah.
Right, it's time to put the kettle on and take a quick tea break, but we'll be back with Mutant Machines in a few minutes' time. Welcome back to Mutant Machines, where things are really hotting up. Our two teams, the Student Dregs and the Unit of Wolves, are battling it out to create the most magnificent mutant you've ever seen. But time is against them. Remember, the task is to build a cement mixer from an old tumble dryer and lawnmower in just 8 hours.
What you found there?
How are we going to fix them into the thing?
The red approach has been to leave the tumble dryer pretty much intact and utilise its built-in bearings. They've decided to stick with the original drive mechanism too, although they've replaced the old perish rubber with an emergency fan belt. Mind you, the professor's not sure they need to have bothered.
Now you might notice that the belt is a bit perished. There are little breaks in the rubber there because it's old and hot and so on, because the drum gets very hot. But the belt has got a fabric inside it, so the belt, although it's perished, is probably very strong still. So I think it would have been all right. So although it looks bad, because of this very strong fabric inside it, I think it would be strong enough, yes. But, I mean, I'm only a professor and they know what they're doing. They know what they're talking about, so...
There is, however, one thing on which the Prof and the Reds agree. Leaving the electric motor in situ and simply joining it to the lawnmower engine by connecting the two drive shafts. The Blue design is more complex by half. They've done away with the body of their tumble dryer and have mounted the drum in a frame fabricated from steel box section. But like the Reds, they too have kept the original electric motor for its bearings. The main difference is that this Mutant machine is chain-driven and it's caught the Prof's eye for all the wrong reasons.
The problem they have is that because this chain is rather long and there isn't a tensioner, we may find that the chain, once they start moving, is going to jump off and they'll lose drive.
Go slack, as they say in the business.
That's right.
And fly off.
That's it. Just like, you're cycling along, you change gear and the chain comes off. It could happen here.
But the student dregs aren't going to have that problem because they haven't got a chain, have they? They're using shaft drive.
They've got a shaft drive, but of course the danger there is any lack of rigidity in the system and the shafts can come out of alignment and then break. So it swings and roundabouts. This is a good method because it will tolerate a certain amount of misalignment, but too much, you lose the chain.
How much are you talking?
I don't know, maybe 10 degrees or something like that. Depends how fast the chain's going and what the distance between them is and so forth.
Okay, and by the looks of the frame, do you think it's solid enough not to get slack?
I think they intend, once they get it all in a line, to add a few more extra bracing pieces to make it rigid.
Maybe the boys in blue were listening to the Prof, or perhaps they planned it all along. But moments later, they decide to crank up the concrete mixer to see if the chain will take the strain. The result isn't altogether encouraging. The chain's not tight enough, so it slips, and the drum barely rotates without a helping hand. And then disaster strikes. The chain wobbles, snags, and then snaps. And it's not just the chain that's broken. To their horror, they discover the top sprocket sheared off too.
This is the problem here. The shaft just snapped off.
Oh dear.
We've got a nice bit of weld here.
What's the bolt?
Yeah, the shaft, the end of the shaft. So,
Oh dear. Can you
chop
weld
it in
that
half. No, chop it in half and weld the sprocket on. Yeah.
Guys, I'm leaving you to it for
All
a
right,
while.
thank you.
Yeah.
Chop it in half.
So with 1 hour to go, our blue team, the Uni of Wolves, 3/4 of the way there, but hit a little stumbling block. Let's take a look at what the red team are doing. It's been pretty quiet over here. Guys, how are we going?
Yeah, okay. Not too bad. We've just put the fan belt back on, the drums all back in, and all the mounting and things are made for the motor. So it's just an assembly process now.
Okay, so not long to go. Red corner are gearing up now to start their engine for the first time, which will be very exciting. But I can feel the tension from the blue side, okay? So let's take a look what's happened here, because when we left, things weren't looking good. Guys, things any better around here?
No.
Worse.
Oh dear, worse. Why? What's happened now?
The aluminium frame that we're using on the motor here, we had to re-weld the cog on the end. The cog now is actually okay,
Yeah.
but the aluminium frame has actually come out of the mount.
Oh no, that's disastrous.
Just a little bit.
It is.
Oh god. Okay, so does that mean getting the welder out again?
No, we can't do anything with it.
We can't really take it because we've welded
These are
things on
rubber
either
bushes
end.
here. This one and this one are rubber bushes, and they cannot support the force acting on them, you know. So we might have to replace the whole unit, or this was it.
Oh no, but replacing the whole unit, that's going to take ages.
We would need 1 more hour. If we could do it in an hour, but we would have to redo this unit here.
We've got an idea of how to do it.
We've got an idea how to do
It's
it.
just whether we've got enough
Exactly,
time to do it.
but
Not even if you like really quick. Do you think you can?
Depends how really quick we have to be.
no.
Okay, well get on with it then. Guys, your time is up when the green light goes to red. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's been a challenging day and you must now escort your mutant machines to the test area. Okay, guys, in front of you, you will each see a wheelbarrow which contains bags of sand, gravel and cement. Right here is a bin full of water. Use your hard hats to collect the water and, of course, put your ingredients into your concrete mixers. Are you ready? We're going in 3, 2, 1. Off you go! Not a lot in there.
If we could play the game like that, we'd be all right.
I think doing it by hand is cheating. Okay, guys, I think we're going to call time. Oh. Sorry. And as I peek over into the barrows, there's a nice amount of fairly good-looking concrete there, good consistency. This one, guys, I'd say that's a little bit runny. And by the looks of it, you're now operating this machine by hand, which I'm afraid is not allowed. Guys, I hate to say this, but commiserations, I'm afraid you've lost this round. What you got to say?
Well, there you go. These things happen.
It was our over-ambitiousness on the drive that let us down.
Has it been tougher than what you expected?
It has been, yeah. And when we originally fixed each problem and fixed the next one, we then go back to the first one that went again, so...
Oh dear.
It's not been good.
It's not, has it? You've had a few up and downs today.
We have, yeah.
Where do you think it all went wrong?
Our chain drive was a good idea in the start. We didn't realise that the sprocket was slipping on the bottom, which let us down first. We fixed that, and then the one at the top started slipping. We fixed that, and then the one at the bottom started slipping again. So
you've been fighting a losing sliding battle all day.
Otherwise, I think it would have worked.
But guys, I mean, you know, commiserations. You did okay, but I'm afraid I won't be calling you if my tumble dryer breaks down. But over to our winners, guys! Woo! Big hand for the student dregs. You did it.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, it's a fine-looking machine as well.
Yeah,
you
not
must
so
have
bad. We are very, very, very pleased. We sort of kept it as simple as we could. Just had to take the motor out the back, and it's just worked very well. We were a bit worried about our belt, but that's stayed the course just about. We made a little bit of concrete. Yeah, we're pleased with ourselves, I think.
Yeah.
If you had to keep going, if your opposition was still up and running, how long do you think that belt would last? Do you think you would be able to fill that barrel with concrete?
I think it would last, yeah, but it would take probably about 2 hours to actually...
Well, excellent, guys. I mean, you through to the next round, so well done. Hope you've had a fantastic day.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Well, that's it from today's round of Mutant Machines. We'll see you next time.
You're watching Men and Motors, so next tonight people of a nervous disposition and possibly insurance brokers should look away now. Meanwhile, for the rest of us, Millennium Havoc is on the way.